Hey guys, welcome to Write This Down. I'm Ratchet. I'm missing 2 nails, and
What the heck? So, guys, in today's episode, we talk about the ever so still infectious Covito in the Hoodito. We also talk a little bit about how many times I almost died in the last 48 hours. And then we also talk about, we end it with live questions and a really cool idea of some podcast kind of clips. Yeah. Podcast in the future. That's good. I like that. La 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 la. We have to wait till the aliens come. But make sure you guys grab a seat, grab a pen and paper, grab a coffee, grab a drink ski if you need one, and let's get into this episode.
The COVID Chronicles. I'm on day 4. Okay, what is wrong with my hair? What is happening?
Covito hits Cranston.
Yeah, it's been a sad life. Tried to eat some broccoli cheddar soup. Now we got the other kitty. Come here. Yo, he'll just walk right on the computer though. Come on. Come on, baby Gandor.
Wait, broccoli cheddar soup. That's not very keto friendly.
Bro, keto's out the window when you got COVID. What are you talking about? Hi, Bobby. It's me, my cats, and carbs, okay?
Yeah. Be like, yeah, I don't know. Lindsay got COVID for the 3rd time. She's out there eating pasta.
Hi. No, so first of all, Gandor wants to be up in this conversation, so that's fine. Second of all I'm saying is that I've escaped COVID up until March 2022. That's pretty impressive. Seeing as your girl traveled to Miami twice, she went to Arizona. She went, I was beat bopping. I was beep.
Not only were you
I went to Mexico.
There's a lot of hot sauce down there. It cancels it out. But not only were you traveling, you were in airports, which is basically a petri dish.
Yeah. All right, Gandor, figure it out. Figure out your position. Like what's happening here. So
this should be the podcast. Let's just turn on the camera and just letting it ride. It's so funny when you pan down and it went straight to his face. It looked like he coughed like that.
He's a good boy. You're just gonna see if this is just how this is legitimately. He will find any place to sit on his mother, and he will just sit like this.
His mama's boy.
Yeah,
mama's boy.
He is the biggest mama's boy ever. He's so good. Anyways, okay, so yeah, day 4. Day 4, the COVID Chronicles. I know everyone's going to be like, oh, well, are you isolating? Yes, I'm isolating. But Sunday, I felt like I got hit by a bus. I was like, I didn't even want to go get my test because like my body hurts so bad. And then like now I'm just like congested.
What'd you do? Like a drive-by test?
Yeah, I drove to the convention center again. So I did that.
It's surging again? Jeez.
Yep.
You would think we would have had this like down and out. No. I was listening to, because I'm at the age now where I listen to NPR, and they were basically saying that it might just be like the flu now in the future, where we're just always going to have to take yearly booster shots. I was like, oh my God, kind of like how everyone gets a flu shot.
We're gonna need a flu shot and a COVID shot every year.
Shot it up. Got to keep those antibodies working for you,
bro.
And I'm out here, I don't know exactly. I'm on the same boat as you. I've done, but very safely. So it's funny, like when we're safe, and then it'll be the one time. Please keep that in the video.
I'm going to.
it'll be the one time, right? You were like, we were talking. You're like, you probably got it at the supermarket, some weird abstract way of getting it, as opposed to all the other times that we were careful. So that lets you know it's gonna get you. It's gonna
Get
get
you
you.
one way or another.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm a baby when I'm sick, so if
you're
I
a
was
man.
to get it, oh my god,
Men are
I would
babies
just
when they're sick.
no. We're for a reason, because we have to man up 99% of the time. So when we get sick and we're unable to be our full self, we then translate that into being sad and being sick. And hopefully, we're surrounded by very strong women that are caring and want to take care of the men in their life. So, and then there's that. Write that down.
Or write this down. Don't be a censored. Yeah, well, when Justin had COVID not too long ago, he had it. He was out, like he was down for days.
What do you say?
What did you say up there? He says, but I still look handsome. Yeah, sounds about right.
Priorities.
Yeah. So
I love that for you, though.
thank you.
Segue.
So, yeah. Yeah. So, okay. Well, I was going to say, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this saying. I love that for you. I love to say that. Lupe doesn't.
Yeah. So what, you're gonna put your
I'm
your
gonna
rebuttal
poll.
first?
I'm gonna poll underneath this. I want this
Sure.
to be poll. I want to know.
Now,
what
wait, time out. I also want to put this in there, right?
Mhm.
Don't just vote that you like it because you're being sassy and you like it.
No,
What we're talking
that's not what I
about.
questioned.
I
I'm gonna say,
hold
do you
on,
think-
hold
You're not
on,
even letting me explain my
hold on,
point.
hold on. What we're going to ask is
My neck is getting
the
wrinkly.
underlying squirrel. We're gonna ask if it's got undertones or not to the saying.
Yeah. Do you
And
think if somebody says, I love that for you, do you think they're being sarcastic or do you think they're being serious? That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, that's what I said, but just in a long form.
Exactly, which is why I said, just let me say it.
So see, it's it has an undertone.
Like, okay, so
And,
like
and
when
I
Lupe
know
will tell,
that.
I'm gonna yawn. I can't help it. It's the COVID. Sorry. When like Lupe is saying like somewhere he's going or something, I'm like, oh, I love that for you. Like that's awesome. He's like, don't say that. He's like, because he thinks that I mean like I don't love that for you, but I do.
There's just there's other ways of saying it. It's very
like when Lupe told me that he'd be out west for an extra month. I was like, I don't love that for either of us.
It has a mixture of being dismissive. There's also a mix in there of I don't love that for anybody else, but just for you. And there's also a drop of pageantry in there, being a little sprinkle of to say something. We're losing it. No, there's just a lot that goes with it, and I know that probably for you, right? Because somehow Lindsay is the exception.
Always.
For most people, it's like when two girls, because I've seen this. Two girls are together, Mean Girls. We've all seen the movie, fantastic movie, right? It's a very Regina thing to say. Like if the other girl's wearing an outfit that's like a little, it's a very Regina thing to say, be like, I love that for you. It's a very like, ew, but for you, I'm being nice. I'm just going to say, I love that for you. And that's how most people take it. I know you probably have made your own version of it,
Yeah, I have.
But I'm telling you, the rest of the world, when someone says that, it's very much so ill, but like if you're happy with it, whatever.
See, okay, but see, this is where I differ because if I don't love that for you, then I will just say, why would you do that? I think you also have to take into context who is saying it. Like, I'm not like a fake person. I'm very blunt.
I want you to say it in different settings, and we're going to do homework with each other.
Love that.
And in a month's time,
Love that for us.
that's what it is. Sorry, I have
My
Edward
nails
Brady
look good.
chiming in. I
You have
have
what?
Edward Brady texting me event ideas.
Ed.
I know what he's doing. He's trying to lock me down in Rhode Island. He's like, let me keep you so busy in Rhode Island. You can't be gallivanting around North America.
Good. I love that for me.
Stop it. I love that for you. How about, that's a great, I love that for you.
Yeah, I love that
me.
for me. I think that's great. Ed and I are on the same team. Ed.
I'm waiting for the day where it's not a saying anymore. How about that?
I just broke off another nail, so I'm looking a little haggard. Yeah, obviously I can't go to my nail appointment, so
this is my favorite podcast that we've done so far. And by the way, I have this.
What is that?
I have this repel mosquito.
Oh, those citronella candles do not work, bro.
Well, I have it, and the wind is blowing on me, so that's all I'm breathing right now, whatever that chemical is. So
that can't be healthy.
Well, I almost died twice yesterday, so here we are.
Would you like to dive into that or no?
I wouldn't. It was very traumatic.
Okay.
So,
well, I would. Speaking of trauma,
love that for us. Yeah.
Speaking of trauma,
Yeah.
I am very happy. I did my second round of interviews for my master's program for
What the heck is this going?
No, for counseling. I just want to share it because everyone knows that I want to do therapy.
Okay.
So
I
today
thought you were going to
second...
talk about a traumatic event. Okay.
No. I'm just saying trauma makes you go to therapy. So that's what made me think of it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Bad segue. So I have my second round of interviews today that I think went well. And by the next podcast, hopefully I'll be able to tell you guys if I'm in the program, if not, what I'm doing. So I'm really excited.
If you need a character reference, let me know.
Oh no, I already got references. I didn't ask you for a reason.
Oh, yeah, it's very weird. I didn't get an email. Wow. Okay. So someone who's been there for traumatic events and has experienced traumatic events with you.
No, they didn't.
And has seen your growth.
They didn't ask for
life.
They didn't ask for personal. They didn't ask for personal.
They should. I just yelled that and it echoed in this valley.
Oh yeah, show our people where you are. I think we should do a little.
I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you can see or not. But I'm in a beautiful little valley with a dam.
Hold on, let me see if I can change the view so people can see it a little bit bigger. You gotta go slow though.
Let me know if you can see the lake. No?
Yeah, it's a little bit fuzzy.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm under an umbrella because I have sensitive skin on my head. But yeah, I'm parked. This is technically, I think I'm still in the Sequoia or Sierra National Forest, and I'm parked next to a dam, and it's beautiful. This is the San Joaquin River, as they would say. But I was told that if the water starts rushing in and a siren goes off, that I need to leave. Seriously, I need to leave everything behind and hit high ground. And I said, all right, I love that for me. So the problem with these areas
what is your plan? What's your escape plan?
There is none. I would literally just go live and hope that a viewer can call some sort of National Guard or rescue unit to come save my little patootie.
So would you drive your car up the mountain? Like,
I don't think, honestly, if the dam were to break or they release some of the water like they do intermittently, I don't know that if I would be able to get up to the switchbacks fast enough. Where I am is pretty low in the valley. That if we heard a siren right now, it would probably be too late. I would probably have to sit on my car or try to climb a tree and just wait it out. And
as long as you climb a tree, as long as you live stream that, bro.
How did I know it? As soon as that came out of my mouth, I was like, Lindsay's gonna jump on that. I just knew it.
I just like you to know that my cat is actually fully asleep on the computer, on the keyboard. I can't even put the
wait. Time out. Oh yeah, no, sorry. Go.
I can't even
put it on the keyboard.
I can't even put it down all the way to see his head because he's literally sleeping on the keyboard.
He's the executive producer.
Yes.
But wait, why don't these work?
Oh, he put his head up. Say hi.
Hello.
Say hello. Hi, sugar boy. What about your citronella candle again? Hi, baby.
How come these don't work? Why would they sell them if they don't work?
I'm telling you, they don't work. I still be getting bit by mosquitoes. My parents used to use those. I don't think they work. I still got Ian.
I saw some really weird winged things flying around me. So they weren't bees. Yeah, so
they weren't bees. Noted.
But it's very beautiful. I don't know if you can see all the wildflowers. By the way, there's this little. You see that bench?
Yeah.
So there's this guy, Wayne Stevens. He's got a memorial bench there, and it says, he passed away in 2018. Was born in the 50s. So it says that on the side, but where you actually sit, right where your butt goes, it says a life well lived. And it's basically like him fishing, him flying, him snowboarding, him driving a race car. Like, that's the type of memorial I want you guys to build for me. Like,
definitely, I could see that.
Life well lived and all the adventure stuff on the top.
Yeah. I would just put the map of the United States and ask Subaru for their logo, and then just draw an air mattress next to it.
And then, I don't have an air mat. Oh, I do have an air mattress. It's a camping mat. It's a camping mat, though. I wouldn't call it a mattress. Trust me, I'm basically like a pig roasting. I have to rotate every half hour because it's not thick enough. The thing about it, though, is what'd you say?
That's the analogy that you just used. You're pig roasting. Okay.
Well, what would you?
I don't know.
Right? You gotta rotate. And the back of my seat isn't wide enough where I guess technically it could be, but I've been looking at getting one of those tri-fold, like 4-inch, 6-inch ones that fold up together. Okay. And then you fold it down so you can lay down. But I have to do some measurements. I don't know if it's big enough, but yeah, shout out to, hold on. Does this turn around? There we go. Subaru, sponsor us.
Subi.
Shout out to Safe Light. Can I get a free
Safe Light repair, Safe Light replace? That place?
Yeah, well, because I have a crack in my window. I'll give everyone the cliff notes. It took me hours. Yeah, it took me hours to get up a mountain. My pass expired, so I paid $80.
He thought that he was going to lose his life multiple times.
Yes. There was some. You think I'm joking? Like, straight up, like the right tire dipped over the cliff type of thing.
No.
Yeah. No. Well, because there's on switchbacks, they probably built them wide enough in the beginning, but as like the side crumbles, it gets narrower, so it's tough for two cars to go.
Yeah, it's like Mount Washington. I had a panic attack trying to drive up that thing.
Yeah, it's just
Awful.
it's nonstop. There's nowhere to go. You can't turn around.
Mm-hmm.
You either got to go up and maybe do a 4 or 5 point turn at one of those turnouts. But I met a cow. There was a cat. Somehow a cow was on this cliff eating grass, and I was like, I had a combo with him. I was like, hey, Mr. Cow.
There is no doubt in my mind that you had a full on conversation with this cow.
Hey, Mr. Cow. How you doing? You're not impressed with me, I know.
And there was one point where he kind of did a little Lupe thing where he got tired of me and started walking away. So I was like, all right, that's one way to end the combo.
Oh, little Lupe is napping on the other side of the couch.
So, but I was
saying, Gandor is not.
It was very interesting to see him act like one of those mountain goats. And I don't know how he got up there. I don't know how he plans on getting down. Check this out. But I love that for him.
You know what? I love that adventure for him. He doesn't know what life is coming. He doesn't know what's going to happen, and he's just living life.
By the way, Middle California is absolutely gorgeous. It's all ranches and all orange groves. It's just gorgeous. If I was to ever move to California,
I don't think we started with where in the world is Lupe.
Oh, I'm in the valley. I'm a valley girl in this valley world. It's fantastic. I'm losing it. Hold on. So I'm in the valley. You know how there's like the coast, and then you have the mountains, right? Where I'm like, bless you. I'm not Middle California, but I'm like northern Middle California on the other side of the Sierra Mountains. So I'm where all the national parks are. So Kings Canyon, Sequoia, Yosemite. I'm going to spend a few days here, and then I'm going to go to Yosemite. So it's really cool. When I looked on my map, it said that I'm super close to the geographical center of California, and supposedly that's like a place to take a photo. We have to figure out where Rhode Island's geographical center is.
Warwick.
Right, Cranston. Oh, yeah, that's true. But yeah, that's where I'm at. And then I'm gonna be living with the rich people in about a week and a half for about a week. And then I'll be making my way back. I'm gonna go through states I've never been through. Idaho, Kansas, Missouri.
You've already
Wyoming.
You've already been to Missouri. You've already been to Missouri.
No. Like I've never been like in Missouri. Like I'm actually gonna stop in Missouri. Wyoming, I might stop by and see Ye. Be like, what's up, Kanye?
Like, yo, Donda 2, Donda 3, get me in on that.
Didn't he buy like 1,000 acres? He bought like some ridiculous amount of land in Wyoming.
He probably bought the state.
It's so cheap. He probably drove up the price too. His neighbors hate him.
Yeah, seriously.
But that's what we're gonna do. So you're gonna have to get some Carhartt. You're gonna have to get some duck boots, because part of the life plan that I have for all of us is we're gonna buy some cheap land everywhere, and we're gonna travel. So
okay.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll do like one of those glamping yurts. You know, one of those like bohemian, Instagram friendly little huts for you, so you could stay in there.
I appreciate that immensely. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, life questions. Segment 3. Write this down. Question number 1, Lindsay Idaluca. I'm not going to say your middle name because I don't want your identity to get stolen. What would you do if God came down one day and said, hey, Lindsay, it's pronounced Jod, J-O-D. And then he just left. But it was really God that did that. And he goes, it's pronounced Jod. What would you do?
Tell everybody.
No one would believe you. Everyone would think you're a mad woman.
But that's like one of the biggest things in, well, not that I really like I mean, I was raised Catholic, not that I necessarily like live and die by the Bible, so to speak, but that's one of the things that's like,
Yeah.
you will speak his name and not everyone will like believe you, like whatever. If I saw God, like I would tell everybody that. That's wild.
I remember watching this show, and I don't think I went past like 3 or 4 episodes, but it was very, very interesting, called Messiah. Did you ever
Okay.
hear about that show?
No.
It was about this, Middle Eastern looking guy, and he was basically saying that he was Jesus Christ, that he was he has returned. So, anyways, it's a really good show. That what would we really be ready for him to come if he came back, or will we just call him like a poser? Would we call him like you can't be real, la 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 la, all this other stuff? But it's, and I don't know how the show continued, but it was really, really good. I think I might actually watch the rest of it.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the big things is how do you know it's God and you're supposed to
How do you know it's God?
yeah. Yeah.
How do you know? What if like a random looking person comes up to you and goes, "Hey, I'm God." What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
You gonna tell God, "Hey, prove it. Prove it." Excuse me, I'm God.
But I feel like God wouldn't come up to you and say, "I'm God." There would be like some like hidden like message, or there would be some like, I don't know, Christmas music.
Or is that what you would want to happen to you? You see what I'm saying? This is where it starts getting down rabbit holes. You know what I mean? So essentially, you would go around saying, "Yeah, guys, it's pronounced Jod."
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. All right, question number 2. Without saying the name, what is one of your favorite movies?
I hate this question because I'm not a movie person.
I know you watch a lot of shows.
I'm a show person, but it would have to be I'll Never Let Go, Jack.
Oh, see, you said that with so much emphasis. Huh.
I would have to. Yeah.
Mine would be, I don't know if you would get mine. I'm going to say it though.
Probably not.
Escape Prison and Meet Me in Mexico. No? Yeah,
No,
that's
but
kind of vague.
Justin's he's the big movie guy.
All right, so we'll leave it there. Let's see if people can get it. And then in the comments, what is a parenting trend that you strongly disagree with?
Ooh. What is
It's a good one.
that is a good one. A trend?
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like, what do you consider a trend? Is a trend something that's been around for a while, or
Oh,
is it just
okay.
new?
No, actually, this is a good one. I actually just recently talked about this with a friend of mine. Not forcing, and this is coming from someone with like mental health background, not forcing, oh, did you just see that? Did you see that yawn?
Yeah.
He's like, "Excuse me, parent, what are you about to say about me?" When like, and there's a name for it. I forget what it's called, but when you don't like force your kids to say like hello, like it's like no, like they don't feel comfortable saying hello, or they don't like, I understand maybe they're not like touchy feely and they don't want to hug, but like no, like if you walk into your grandparents' house, like you should address them. You should say hello. Like it's one of those, well, if they don't feel comfortable talking, you shouldn't force them to. And I'm not talking about people that are nonverbal. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the way we are raising children to not have normal communication skills. And I don't even like that word normal.
There's also the physical part, physical counterpart to that too, where parents make the kids hug everybody, and it's like,
I don't necessarily think that that's a good idea. Like, I don't think you should.
No, that's what I mean.
I don't.
It's the making
Oh,
that I don't agree with.
but this is a good thing. I think that there's a difference between forcing, like, I'm not saying they have to hug everybody, but you also have to have manners.
Correct.
Like, you have this, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just feel like we need to do more to teach children to have interpersonal communication skills. And I totally understand where we don't want to like force things, but we do need to be a little bit like less.
Well, I think socializing is a huge thing. I mean, I think for a lot of parents, sometimes it's easier just to stay home all the time, you know.
Yeah.
But I think it's I hate to, like, I don't want people thinking you can't compare kids to pets, but in certain instances you can. Like, same with when you get a new dog, like, you have to socialize them, or else when they're in social settings, they just don't know how to act right.
And I think that there's a huge difference between children who struggle with communication
Oh, sure.
and children who are just being bratty. There
Of
is
course.
there is a line. I definitely want to say that because I understand that there are children that, you know what I mean, are nonverbal. There are children that have, difficulties like speaking in general, or, communication issues. I'm not talking about that,
Yeah,
but
right.
like, I'm
Yeah,
talking about children who are 100% able to address a counterpart in a room, should be able to say hello.
I gotcha. Look at Gandor.
Hi, baby Gandor. Hi, the baby.
He's like, I say hi to everybody.
Do you agree with the mamas? Yeah, you do. You good boy.
All right, next question. With the 2020s going down as
Oh, look.
the roaring,
Grooming me. He's grooming me. He was licking my finger. That's a love thing.
It's so funny. With the 2020s going down as the roaring what the F's, by the way, because Lindsay
Wait, is
went
that a
out New Year's Eve.
Is that a
Um,
thing?
No. What event wouldn't surprise you if it were to happen?
What event? Oh, if like Florida or California like fell off the country. For sure.
You mean like declare independence?
No. Like actually like fell because of like landfall and like stuff, like literally just like fell into the ocean.
What the?
We've been talking about that for years, how like California, like in the earthquakes and like
Yeah, but it would just break off. It wouldn't just sink.
No, just totally just break right into the ocean.
And Florida, yeah, Florida is going to look so different in 20 years. You know, what's funny is I was staying at a place called Lake Isabella in Sequoia National Forest. And I was trying to navigate my way around to a certain camping spot. And as I was driving on my Google Maps, it was showing me that I was technically in the water. And I was like, man, that's crazy. That's how much water has receded in that lake. Like, that's how much, like, that's how far it's gone back. And Google Maps, some of the oldest, I think, is like 2008. So it wasn't that long ago. It was a decade ago. But for that much water mass to have either evaporated or just, been used because the Southwest is in a drought, it's just nuts. And, the Mother Nature always wins. Where somewhere is getting drought, somewhere else is going to get more water. And Florida and even Louisiana, all those places, man, the Gulf Coast is going to see some major changes.
Oh yeah.
So for me, it would be aliens. I feel like this will be the decade where we get a little alien action.
Oh, really?
I really do believe that this is the decade in which I'm not saying that they come down in a spaceship or not, but like we actually get a communication via satellites or something that says, "Hey, how you doing?" And we're like, "What the
What's
heck?"
up?
We have, the telescopes that we use, right? Whatever the new one is, besides what's the old one, the Hubble telescope. By the way, I think they're retiring the Hubble telescope.
I don't even know.
It's gotten us amazing footage, right, throughout the years. But this new one that they just launched and the new photos that came out, they're like, they're being able to see farther than we've ever been able to see before, and there's even more planets out there. So it just lets you know like how vast.
Well, I was gonna say
We can't be the only organism. It's mathematically it just can't happen. We're not alone. And how crazy would it be but think about it, there's an anthill in the middle of like the Amazon, right? And all the ants are gone. Hey man, it's just us. There's nothing else out there. Of course there is, so it's nuts. I don't know, but it's going to be quite the thing. And also I think this is where I'm going to nerd out a little bit, is we need to explore our own oceans too. We know more about space than we do our own oceans. We've only gone so far down. We don't have the technology because of the pressure to go down further.
Mermaids, sea monsters.
Huh?
Mermaids, sea monsters.
Who knows?
Sea people.
But there might be like some plant or flower down there that can cure cancer. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's so much unknown down there that there could be minerals, there could be stones, there could be just a whole bunch of stuff. But knowing us, if we find something and we can use it in computers, we'll mess up the ocean because we'll start drilling it and messing it all up. But and I don't know if we've talked about it in a previous episode or not, but did I ever tell you about the middle of the earth, the lava?
I don't think so.
All right, so the whole time growing up, it's in textbooks, it's everywhere else. That little diagram where they cut the piece
earth,
out of the earth. So it shows all the different soils
layers
and everything else. And then in the middle, it's supposed to be like a big glob of lava, right? Or like molten whatever.
Yeah.
I can't believe I just found this out. Did you know that is a freaking theory? That is not even fact. That is a theory.
Why? Because no one's drilled into the middle of the earth?
We don't know what's down there. That is a theory. We don't know what's in the middle of the earth. Isn't that nuts?
I feel like that's something that could be done.
I feel like we could do that.
Maybe not you.
But we also have to be careful. Well, I mean, we could start. Grab a shovel.
Well, think about it too. Would it take longer than a human lifetime? Like it would take a really long to do that,
I don't know. We have 7 billion people. Everyone can volunteer an hour. That's 7 billion hours of hard labor. But also, what kind of gases would we emit into the air? Could let's say it is lava, is it just going to start pouring out? Did we just mess up?
Or do we kill everyone?
Be like, hey guys, we kind of messed up. I knew it. Freaking Lindsay and Lupe, that stupid podcast. What are some examples, and keep your composure here.
Oh God.
What are some examples where bigger is better isn't true, Lindsay? I'll read it for you again. What are some examples where bigger is better isn't really true?
I think like foods. Like a lot of times the bigger something grows, the less sweet it is.
Yeah, true. I like the smaller avocados than the big ones. You ever seen like the big avocados?
Yeah.
They're traditionally.
Well, my dad's a gardener. My dad's like a big gardener. So I think of like the smaller squash, the smaller zucchinis have the smaller jalapenos. have
Well, the
like,
squash,
flavor and more
but
heat.
even cucumbers too. Like cucumber, you let them go. They get sour if you let them grow too big.
Yeah.
Um,
Why?
mine
What
was
were you gonna say for
basically.
that?
Oh, I was just gonna say a dinner bill.
That's boring, but okay.
Yeah, what's the first thing I could think of? What's not a drug, but is so addictive
Coffee.
that it could be classified as one?
Coffee.
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 I was gonna say your friendship. Pisces answer hashtag.
No, it didn't ask if it was toxic.
Well, sometimes addiction can be toxic, Lindsay.
I would definitely say coffee, but I'll drink it every day, even if it was classified as a drug. Love it.
How do you feel about mint chocolate chip ice cream? Really?
Not a big mint person.
Yeah. What was the one thing recently that gravy? No, Jello. What's the one weird thing that recently we were talking and eating? You're like, syrup, you weirdo.
I don't like syrup.
That's because have you had real syrup? You've only had like the gooey brown.
It doesn't matter. It's a texture thing.
But that's what I'm saying. Real syrup isn't like the fake corn syrup.
It's sticky.
Real syrup is actually watery and it's clearer.
And it's sticky. I feel like I have to take a shower if I touch syrup.
Such a wow.
I'm just saying.
I didn't finish the word. I was going to say you're such a wow, wonderful woman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Last couple ones here. Who's a celeb that everyone loves except for you, and why? I'm gonna go the whole Kardashian clan. And here's the reason why.
Yeah, I'm not a big Kardashian. I mean, I like Khloe. I think she's funny. I follow her, but I'm not.
I think
never been a huge.
I think that they've done so much to hurt women's visions of themselves.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
It's just so sad. And anyways, I'll leave it there. So yeah. That's my answer.
No, I get that. I get that. I get a lot of times like people will be like, "Oh, you're trying to look like a Kardashian," and I'm like, "No, I just was born this way."
These are my actual features. Yeah.
Yeah, just because they are dark featured, dark hair, they tan a lot, but.
And you look at pictures when they were younger, they look a little different back in the day.
Yeah. Facts. Which, whatever. If you want to do it for you, that's fine. But no, I don't love like pushing that like on people, like that this is what you should do. I don't know. A celebrity that I'm not a big like Tom Cruise person.
Everyone hates Tom Cruise. Why?
Probably because he's a Scientologist.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, everyone loved him until he came out like as a huge supporter of that, and then they
but like
what's his name?
I think of it like people like swoon over him. They think he's like so handsome. They think he's so good looking. I'm like, not really. Like I don't know.
He makes really good. He makes really good action movies.
Yeah. I was thinking about it too, because Justin's one of his favorite movies is The Last Samurai, and he had me watch it, which is a great movie. We talked about that in our last podcast. Yeah, great movie. And I was watching it, and I think he played a great role, but I was still like, I'm just not a huge like Tom Cruise fan.
Yeah, that's all right. I think he's retiring soon, anyways. All right, last two questions. Do you miss the old Kanye?
Which old Kanye? First of all,
Homecoming.
Yeah, for sure. But
I stole that question from John Legend and Kristen Teigen when they were. That's one thing that we should do. Oh my God, that'll be a show.
What?
We both get hooked up to a lie detector machine, and we have and we ask each other questions.
Right.
That's an episode.
That's an episode. When you come home, we'll do that. We'll have to find somebody that can. I'm sure we know somebody at a police station that'll.
We have to know. We have to know somebody.
We gotta. Yeah, we know somebody. If anybody knows,
I forget who did
comments,
it. It's like Vogue or one of those Wall Street Journal. I don't know. It's one of those. And I was watching a bunch of videos because they do a bunch of different actors, and that was one of the questions Tegan asked John, "Do you miss the old Kanye?" And he did this really political answer, and then he goes, "But yes, I do miss the old Kanye sometimes."
That's the problem. Because like me and Mike D will talk about that all the time. Because Mike D is such a Ye stan, and like,
But I feel like it's such a cult at this time. Like, do you like? It's almost. I hate to say this, and I don't know Mike D, so let's take him out of the photo for.
Yeah, but
it's
like I feel
those,
like
it's like those hipsters that like something just because it's different.
Yeah, no, and he's not, and he definitely doesn't embody that. But I miss like the gold digger Kanye.
Oh, that was like late stage. That was late stage. Yeah, that was late stage Homecoming. That's like when he was rapping about stuff. Like even the song, I think it's called Homecoming, when he's rapping about Windy, but the whole song ends up being about the city of Chicago. It's like I miss that Kanye where it was he did a lot of stuff that was like social justice. He also was very clever with his raps. And now it's just, how bizarre can I get? Because I know that Picasso and all these guys made a bunch of money by being really weird.
Yeah, I get that. It's sad.
Like how much of this is you just being different for the sake of wanting to be a different type of artist, you know?
Yeah. And I don't know. I have like my own things about Kanye. Like he's got mental health problems, and does he make people feel like it's cool to like not take their medicine? And like, I don't know. I'm in a weird space with that.
Yeah. There was a video when it said Kim Kardashian's never coming to, I saw this on TikTok. It said Kim K is never coming back to Staten Island because she was going to a restaurant with Pete Davidson, and then people, everybody like behind the cars was like, "Please, Kim, get back with Kanye!" Please. Like they were all shouting. Can you imagine how uncomfortable it is for not only her but for Pete? I mean, that's the price he paid to be a billionaire. But I'm like, oh my God, it's gotta be so awkward for Pete. Pete's over here thinking he got the bag, and he's like, you guys are messing up my chance. Because Pete, I mean, they're not making that much at SNL, so I don't know. You know, he's out there trying to make it happen.
That's, oh my God, that's awful.
That's so awful.
I feel bad for both of them. People are crazy, and we all have to like remember that we don't know really anything about their lives. They show us like snippets, like whatever. We don't really know.
Sure.
Like, to be honest, Kanye seems like he's kind of like emotionally, not kind of, from what we see in the posts, Kanye is emotionally and verbally abusing Kim.
I see. I have a bit up on it. I thought that was a funny, not funny, but that was like a really bizarre.
No, but like all the things he's doing, he's like gaslighting her. He's gaslighting her. He's being like, "I love you, take me back." Then he's posting pictures with a new girlfriend. And it's just it just screams emotional abuse. And I don't care if you're a Kim stan or not. Like, no one deserves that. It's very unhealthy. So
yeah,
that I feel bad for.
And I'm sure he probably doesn't know how to, oh my God, I've been out in the sun so much. I'm developing so many freckles on my hand.
Are you really?
But anyways, yeah. I just found 5 new ones on this one knuckle right here. I thought it was dirt. I did one of these. It's not. It's
dirt. Ew,
it's freckles. Yeah, and that could also be a part. Like he doesn't know how to handle his feelings. You know, doesn't know how to process it. Doesn't know how to act. And
there's a lot of layers to that. We could do a whole episode on that.
Yeah. We'll just do Kanye, dissecting Kanye. That's an episode.
That's an episode.
All right, last one. If Paris is the city of love, then what's a city of hate?
I don't think
By the
that's
way,
fair.
while you're thinking of that, why you're thinking about
Russia?
pooping on a city? No, Russia's a country.
All right, what's
Did
the
you
capital
know
of
that
Russia?
there's a Moscow?
Moscow.
Oh, you can't say the whole city of Moscow, you weirdo. There's this condition, and you should read it up. It's very interesting. I forget what it's called, but it's something like the Paris syndrome. So a lot of these Japanese, it's mostly in the Japanese culture, they have this vision of how beautiful Paris is, that when they go travel there and it's not as clean, romantic, or as beautiful as the photos, they physically, honestly, read about it, they physically get sick. Because, it's a big city. Of course, there's going to be rats and graffiti and trash everywhere. It's a major metropolitan city.
Yeah.
So there's this syndrome that is mostly in the Japanese population, but other travelers get it too.
Oh, that's
where
sad.
it's like a very severe form of like buyer's remorse and disappointment, but like where you literally get sick, like throwing up, can't leave the bed, depressed. And I was like, that's crazy. Imagine being the city of Paris and going, damn, we're sorry. What do you do? Refund the money? I don't know what you do.
I don't know.
So
I have to
you're
go with
saying
Moscow.
that you're going to go with the whole metropolitan city of Moscow.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we're never going to Moscow. All right. I refuse to answer that question because I think every city I love. So I just baited you.
It would either be
No, just kidding.
Moscow or I was going to say something funny like Boston because everyone's so angry, but like
people are angry in Boston.
that's all right.
That
was a good question though. That was a good one. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Gandor says, thank you for letting me hang out. He really loved to be a part of it. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. And let us know if you can remember what Lupe's favorite movie is. What was the line again that you said? Let's tell him one more time before you go.
I say it's Justin closer to us.
Escape. Yes.
Escape
Don't say it
from
out loud.
prison.
Do you know what this quote is? Escape from prison, meet me in Mexico.
No, it's not a quote. It's not a quote. We
Oh.
said describe a movie without saying the name of the title.
Oh, describe a movie without saying the name.
All right, you ready? Escape from prison and meet me in Mexico.
He knows what it is. I've never seen that movie.
Lupe.
It's a great movie.
Lupe.
Yeah.
You know that in that movie,
Woke the cat up.
did you know that in that movie, everything that happens after the bus ride is a dream?
Don't mess me up. I'll talk to you later.
I'm gonna send you a link later.
Okay.
I knew he'd know it.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe, join us. We're close to 1,000. We are thinking about if anybody in Rhode Island knows a lie detector person.
Yeah, guys, we want to
that
find a lie
is an
detector.
episode that we want to do. And then we're also, I think we should really sit down and well, we can't say the words clinically dissect Kanye.
West.
But we can.
I'm not a licensed mental health counselor yet, but we can analyze.
We can analyze Kanye and yay. Okay.
All right.
Thank you guys, and we'll see you. We'll see you in 14 days.
Bye, guys. Gandor, can you
Bye.
wave? Say bye.
Gandor always looks like he just smoked a big fat joint. He's like, I'm just out